Ford owners and mechanics are arguing about very different kinds of frustration. A Bronco with poor cup holders and awkward controls, mechanics criticizing repair access, F150 owners reporting noises, overheating and electrical trouble, and a heavily equipped F55, oh, that feels underpowered at work. The vehicles span early 2000s trucks to recent models, so the real question is which complaints are design choices, which are isolated failures, and which are supported by broader safety or quality data for specific years and configurations.
Ford, this is a message for you. I bought my dream car. I was so excited for this Ford Bronco. It's a Sasquatch edition, perfect, obsessed, hardtop, love it, okay? Even spent extra for the mats to go into the car. Now, my problem is, look, I was even excited. See, I got a hat. This console holds no drinks. What's the point of having a console if it's not going to hold any drinks, okay? And it even has these clips here to hold them. It doesn't hold them. I go over the smallest bump, a drink falls every time. And I have a daughter, I have an 11-year-old daughter. So what, is she not supposed to drink anything in the back? I don't know. So I called Ford. They said, take it to a dealership and get it diagnosed to see if it's faulty. My bone now is coffee spilled everywhere. There were stains here. I cleaned it, but it went under here, and now it stinks like horrible, disgusting milk. And I am irritated. They need to do something about this. I'm not happy. I spent a lot of money for my dream car, and that shouldn't be happening. It shouldn't be happening. It's a horrible design. They need to fix it, and they also need to detail my car.
Laptop on their center console. Meanwhile, we completely ditched this timeless design that was honestly perfect, where we put the shifter on the steering column, where you actually had an entirely flat space and a third seat.
Want to know how to unlock a Ford? You hit the unlock button a whole bunch of times. Sometimes in a pattern. Sometimes you hold it for a while. And eventually, it might. Nope. Maybe. Wait for it. Unlock. Piece of
So, brand new car, brand new Explorer. We're already getting the long box.
Hey guys, are you in the market looking to buy a new Ford Bronco? Well, guess what? This is your sign to not buy one. Why? You may think, your window may be cracked open. Nope, it's sure not. It's being blown out by the heavy-ass wind. I've been listening to this shit for the past 3 hours. And guess what? I got 2 more hours left to go. Look at that. Let me roll it down. Let's roll it back up. Nope. Doesn't fix. I got it. The doors come off. It needs a little flexibility, right? Come on, it's 2026. Ford, let's get your shit together. Let's figure something out, okay? Fuck.
Come here. This message is for Ford Motor Company. I'm sick of this crap. Why? Why is there no full view available? Why? Why can't I look at full screen? Why do you put the little black box on there that says full view not available? This is stupid. Why? I know what you're saying. It's probably a safety feature, so I can't watch it while I'm driving. But why? Why let me watch it with a little box on there? Huh? That's stupid. Just turn the whole thing off. Don't even make it a feature. Anybody know how I can take that off?
Cup holders that dump drinks, an unlock routine that feels unreliable, a console layout that replaces a column shifter, removable door window behavior, and a screen that limits full view display are mostly usability complaints. They can make an expensive vehicle frustrating without proving a powertrain defect. Design preference, software behavior, and a failed component call for different fixes, and they should not be treated as the same kind of quality failure.
Ford, you're one sneaky bitch. If someone's never done an oil change on this Ford before, you'd think like, hey, oil filter's right there, so obviously it's gonna drain right here because, you know, it's right there, so it's like there's gotta be a path that goes right there. No, Ford's trying to bamboozle motherfuckers. It only takes it happening once for you to learn your mistakes. Then you gotta deal with this dumb shit again. Jesus Christ, I hate it here.
Man, if you needed another reason to hate Ford, why the would you put your battery under the seat in the goddamn work van, man? Like, what the like, every other manufacturer, right in the hood, in the engine bay. And when it's in the car, it's real easy to get to, so you don't gotta pay for 2 hours.
Are you kidding me? I don't want this. I'm trying to.
Another reason the Ford Motor Company sucks is this fuse box in your Expeditions, F-150s, in the early 2000s. These relays right here, notice they're the same, are soldered in. This one here controls your fuel pump. It cannot be replaced. I mean, it can, but you have to take it all apart and unsolder it from the board and solder it back in there. You could do it yourself. Only problem is, as a shop, you can't really warranty that because it's not an approved Ford fix. So what do you have to do? Buy a new damn fuse box. So I got to transfer all the fuses and other relays to here. You know, you've got relays here. How hard would it be just to make the fuel pump and be replaceable? Ford, you suck.
I'm so mad I can't even breathe.
I wonder if people realize when they buy these things, you know, which aren't cheap nowadays, full-size trucks, that when you get underneath them, you got this cardboard-esque crap, whatever, that you have to remove to get your plastic oil pan with a plastic drain plug. I mean, that's about as throwaway as you can get. And this is a #1 selling truck. I don't know. I wouldn't buy it.
Take the bag of garbage down the driveway.
This is my love letter to the Ford Motor Company, Jim Farley, CEO of it, and whoever in the company this video may concern. This is a 1999 Ford Taurus. It's got 70,000 miles on it, and I gave my 226,000 mile Chevy Silverado with the 5.3 to a kid who did not have his license but really wanted a truck and did not want this Taurus. It's been sitting 2 years, doesn't need a lot of maintenance because it was only one owner. Only thing it really needs is hubs, brakes, and a fluid flush. Now, ever since I was 6 years old, my dad and my entire family has collected the worst of Dodge, Chevy, GMC, Toyota. Best thing I think we ever had when I was growing up was a damn Mercury that my grandma bought brand new and sold at 60,000 miles. That was the only vehicle we owned that had any trade-in value at that time. I've held the flashlight from my father and watched him put endless parts into Dodge Neons, Dodge Rams, old Chevy Cavaliers, Trailblazers, you name it. I saw parts get thrown into that. It was a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, but we not only got more miles out of those vehicles, but I learned a lesson every time I watched my dad fix these vehicles. Without that level of know-how that my family had, we wouldn't have survived. We would have had no jobs, no food, and we wouldn't have to put gas in anything that wasn't running. We went from calling it a skill to a survival instinct. And these days, it cannot be more prevalent that this skill is very much survival instinct. So for you to complain about the minimal revenue you get because people are not taking their vehicles into mechanics and they're not taking their vehicles into dealerships to get fixed is absolutely a complaint I just don't give two craps about. As a matter of fact, I say it was a complete atrocity that in 2011 and 2014 you released the worst line of cars that I think the world had ever seen, such as the Focus and Fusion. At 200,000 miles, it should just be a simple pull out the engine and stab a new one in. None of this computerized bullshit. But you did it because you thought that if it was complicated enough for us not to work on it, then we would just have to pay you hand over fist to fix these issues. Well, Jim, that's not how I operate. That's why I got a 1999. And to go to our politicians and say that you want to enact laws to make people not able to work on their vehicles making it even against the law for people like me to work on our vehicles so we could get to our jobs, so we could put food on our table, is absolutely disgusting. So in response to that, here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to replace the hub and brakes and probably put new rims on this thing, either in my driveway or in my friend's driveway. If that transmission craps out at 150,000 miles like y'all kind of designed it to do, I'm going to stab a new one in, either in my driveway or my friend's driveway. Whenever there's a water pump leak, radiator leak, thrown serpentine belt, busted alternator, airbox failure, MAF sensor goes out, whether I am in my driveway or on the side of the damn road, I will fix it then and there. And there is not a hot damn thing you can do about it to make me not. Refer to my first HOA video if you want to find out.
I'm going to make this video short and straight to the point. Ford, this is for you. My shop will never sell a Ford vehicle ever again. My shop will never work on a Ford vehicle again. You guys, as a motor car company, have failed epically. I don't know what it is with you guys. You guys keep going and you keep getting worse and worse. All you make and build is shit. I have never seen something more over-engineered. And I'm sorry, I don't know where you get your engineers from, but they're idiots. You guys have the most cluster, hardest to get to crap on the planet. And that's not even the worst part. The worst part is you guys have gone back in time. Like, remember when you could get at spark plugs and you could change them? What happened to keyways? What happened to crank triggers on the engine and not on the balancer? Just common, stupid, simple shit. You know, all the simple stuff, you know, that GM does that makes their engine so reliable? And that's the other thing. These things don't have performance. I mean, you'll claim they do, but they really don't. I mean, you know, like your Ford 3.5 EcoBoost, sure, that little truck's quick, but it ain't reliable and it doesn't last. Your transmissions have gone straight to hell. They were never that good in the first place, and now they're god-awful. I don't know what to say except for Ford will never, ever set foot in my shop again. And shame on Ford. They shouldn't even be allowed to sell cars to the American public.
Mechanics are making a different argument. Serviceability. The oil filter drain path, a battery under a work van seat, a soldered fuel pump relay, plastic underbody parts, and tight engine access can add labor or make repairs less convenient. The 1999 Taurus owner values simplicity because he repairs vehicles himself. A professional shop also has to consider warranty-able procedures. Harder access can raise repair cost, but it does not prove that a vehicle will fail more often.
Hey, take it from a Ford owner. Fords suck. All right, if you're thinking like Chevy or Ford, go Chevy. This F-150, it finds a new noise to make every day, I swear to God. Nothing's wrong with this truck. I just bought this truck. This truck is squeaky clean, and every day there's a new problem with it. Oh.
People don't believe me when I tell them Ford makes the worst truck on the planet. I don't care what nobody says. Look, right now I'm looking at this Ford. Just so you know, it's a 2018 with 94,000 miles. They make a great body style, right? It's gorgeous. You open it up inside, nice, right? Beautiful. Nice little technology. It's a nice looking truck. Smells like oil, rattles, shakes, vibrate. What's up with every Ford truck? It has the Ford. This is a cockapooey land. You know, my customer wants a Ford, but you buy some shit like this and then they hate you forever. This is a huge piece of shit. I'm walking away. If he wants a Ford, tell him to go to Ford. I'm done. I give up. I'm not buying no Ford trucks. I just can't do it to myself.
Today's on What the Hell. Once again, Ford. 2016 F-150. We are in Kentucky right now. This is where we are and where we're based. We have had negative wind chill factor winds and single-digit days. This Ford was overheating in ice-cold weather. Took us a while to figure it out, looking how the water flowed, what was going on. The way Ford designed their thermostats, so you wimpy people who like their instant heaters for the water to heat up fast enough, created a factory flaw and design flaw that doesn't allow the thermostat to open. With this ice cold weather, we have ice cold water sitting up against the other side of the thermostat, which keeps it too cold and won't open an OEM thermostat. So if you're having this lovely problem in this ice cold weather, go to a 160 degree thermostat. We are back to the days of summer thermostats and winter thermostats for the Ford F-150 EcoBoost motor. Thank you and have a great day.
Of course it's starting to die. 2022 Ford hit its warranty, so you get 36,000 miles or 3 years, right? So we're good still on mileage, just barely. But we just passed the 3-year mark last month, so we'll see if warranty covers it. But watch this shit. Hit the button, roll the window down. Window roll. Go to roll the window back up. Hit the button. Window doesn't roll up on its own. It automatically rolls back down as soon as it hits it. So you gotta just play with it. You gotta just go. Right when it gets to the top, you just gotta let go of the button so it doesn't force itself back down. So now I gotta go take it in to get it fixed. Hopefully it's covered under warranty, but we'll see.
What the fuck? Come on, start the truck.
You know what's funny about it? It thinks it's a GM.
Come on. Fuck. What's the issue? Good question. Press on the brake.
I am.
Let off the brake.
Hold it up and park.
What the hell did we do to fix it last time?
Stop! Don't do that!
My foot is on the brake. Foot's now off the brake. I'm not stepping on it. This truck is fucking driving itself. Accelerating.
Reliability claims need the model year, mileage, diagnosis, and operating conditions attached. A 2016 F-150 overheating in extreme cold. A 2022 truck with an auto-reversing window. A 2018 used truck that smells of oil and shakes. A no-start complaint. And a report of unintended acceleration are not interchangeable. The acceleration claim is safety critical, but without a confirmed diagnosis or recall connection, it remains owner-reported, not proof of a fleet-wide defect.
Alright, Ford, I got one question. Who in the hell thought it was a good idea to put a gas engine in an F-550 service truck with a crane, welder, compressor, oil, all that shit, and all these fucking tools? This motherfucker is so slow. I'm talking about so fucking slow, you hit the gas and your head go forward. Like, what kind of shit is that? Y'all got motherfuckers out here in Mustangs whooping everybody's ass and shit, talking shit about everything else in the automotive industry. And y'all gonna put a gas engine in an F-550 service truck? Like, come on, man. At least put me a twin turbo EcoBoost or a damn coyote motor in this bitch or something.
Because this motherfucker ain't got no balls. No balls.
Just when you thought things couldn't get any worse for Ford truck and SUV owners, it does. A long time ago, Ford used to use the slogan, "Built Ford Tough." But lately, it seems like their truck and SUVs are not so tough anymore.
Built Ford Tough military grade Dr. Pepper can. This might be tough enough for your grandpa if he buys it just to take Gam Gam to the Golden Corral once a month, but God forbid you ever want to go use these things for work. 5,000 miles. Pulled a stock trailer twice, and my tailgate looks like it survived a Nigerian rebellion, all peppered up to shit. And here's the Dr. Pepper can, military grade strength aluminum. Bam, coming home from the dealership. 3 cents in the door already. So what did I do? Went and got mud flaps to combat that. Guys, Ford are not built tough anymore. They put the thinnest layer of paint they can on them. We're gonna make it as cheap as we can, package it as expensive as we can, and sell you a giant bundle of dog shit. That pickup was built Ford Tough.
Over the past few years, the quality of Ford vehicles has continued to go down, and their number of recalls have continued to go up. It's actually getting so bad that Ford was #1 in recalls out of every manufacturer for 2023 and 2024. And as of today, another massive recall was just announced that affects over 270,000 Ford Bronco and Ford Maverick vehicles. And to make matters worse, Ford's known about it for years, but actually chose to ignore it. This actually led to the NHTSA giving Ford a fine for moving too slowly on these recalls.
So Ford is becoming the king of recalls. They're becoming the king of fees. They're becoming the king of just piss poor quality. And they're not really going to be offering a ton of compelling vehicles, and absolutely none at an affordable price. But they've admitted that their quality control has just kind of gone out the window. And their pricing is now totally crazy. That. I mean, it's $55,000 for a Ranger. But one of the things that Ford is doing, they're going to charge $2,695 for their destination charge. It's ridiculous. 75 grand. It's just Ford doesn't have the kind of quality that you should be paying that kind of money for.
Ford's broad quality record is more complicated than the anger from individual owners. NHTSA imposed a $165 million civil penalty in November 2024 over delayed and inaccurate rear-view camera recall actions. But J.D. Power's 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Study ranked Ford highest among mass-market brands, with the F-150 and Super Duty winning their segments. That study covers the first 90 days, not long-term durability. A hard-to-service part, a heavily loaded F550, and an owner-reported failure must be judged by year, configuration, workload, diagnosis, recall status, and repair cost, not by the badge alone. Thanks for watching.